Hey, welcome to Randy's Road Life. I happen to be Randy. Thanks for joining me. It's always glad to see you guys or have you guys here following this content and hopefully learn something. And then if you guys can help me learn things, and I like to learn too. So, with that, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, because it really helps me out uh, with getting these videos out there. It helps the algorithms and stuff like that on YouTube. And also, another thing that helps me out a lot is the thumbs up. Give me that like, please. And so, we know today was my first day of orientation here at Baggett Transportation. That's Baggett, Baggett Transportation down here in Birmingham, Alabama. Now, okay, things I've learned today is pretty crucial. So, they have a dry van division, which I already knew. They have flatbed division, which I already know about. And, while I was around in the offices and things like that and getting to know people and in the class, they do a lot of hazmat here. And so they'll also, I've been alluded to them helping me, actually paying for me to get my hazmat endorsement, which I was going to get a couple years ago, but where I was at, their insurance didn't cover hazmat. So even though I passed the test at the BMV, I never went through with the process of the fingerprinting and the background check and all that type of stuff. So I might be interested in doing that again and make a little more cash on the side with that. And they have a very intensive hazmat class here. I'm finding it out today because most of my day has been hazmat. I went through all the safety video, orientation videos, and things like that, and met a lot of people, but they're very hazmat intensive, and so I've been in hazmat class for hours, and that is intensive because their safety guy here, he knows his stuff. I mean, he knows the book by heart, man. It's crazy. He just tells us pages here, pages there, and he's got great wisdom into the tricks and trades of what companies may or may not do, and so you have to be on the lookout and things like that. And they have dispatchers here also trained in hazmat and all that good stuff. So they know what to look out for because there are companies out there that will try to trick you in certain areas of the hazmat shipping process. So they do a lot of that. I am in flatbed here, so they do haul flatbed on hazmat. So there's that. They do some military stuff. I found out, someone was hauling a military chopper, and that was interesting. So, and there's that. Trucks. They took me out to the farmers market restaurant and paid for my meal, which was awesome. So I'm stuffed right now. So, but okay, I got here around 6:30 something this morning, and they had 6 trucks here. They had a Volvo 860 International, brand new International, not a brand new Western Star, but I mean it was probably like a 2017-ish, 2018-ish, something like that. 13 speed. So those were all flatbed trucks. They had headache wrecks on the back of them, all that good stuff. So in another area, they had 3 more trucks. One was a brand new, off the lot Freightliner. All the options, dude. That thing was optioned out, leather, everything. It was. I mean, for a Freightliner, it was pretty. It was very pretty. I'd give them that. The plastic was still over the seats and everything. It was brand new. They had a Peterbilt that they, I guess they sold or something like that. So that's leaving. They had an older Freightliner, probably like a 2016-ish is the way it looked. So I won't be getting that Western Star because the unfortunate thing is I have this stupid auto restriction, which I can drive a manual. It's not the problem. But when I got my license, all I had was an automatic. So, and it's very expensive to get that switched over to a manual because you have to pay for it, and it's like a $1,500 fee. You have to retake your road test and a manual. So there's that. He said he might have to put me in an international. However, he did promise me a Western Star, and he said he can get the Western Star pretty quickly and get me in one of those. So, and he says he's a stickler for his detail, and if he tells me something, he says, then I can pretty much stand by that. So I'll go with it. And I guess the international is supposed to be also just lots of great options and very comfortable and whatever else they said. I mean, they had the detailer there today washing all the trucks and detailing the insides of them and all that good stuff. So they take care of their equipment here. I've heard conversations they've had with drivers here, in real time. I was listening to them and how they talk to each other. It's really a friendly, very friendly environment here. You think that these guys knew each other for their whole lives, the way they communicate and all that good stuff, and very down home Southern hospitality here. So that's good. The area they're in is kind of tight. As far as the roads, they have a crazy railroad system right here. I mean, the railway right here is very steep. I don't think I could take a truck over that railroad. I'm not sure. It's very questionable. But so there's that. But I've been in a lot of hazmat training, so going over a lot of that and worksheets and things, which is nothing wrong with that. I mean, 3 days I get paid for all the orientation and stuff, and so that's what's going on today. And as I learn more, I'll fill you in and tell you guys what's going on. And I like so far. I like it. I put my property in their little warehouse area. The only thing I have with me is my clothes and my hygiene and stuff that I have to have. Everything else is over there. So when I get a truck, I can just pull the truck up. Put everything in my truck and get that done. You get 2 truck washes. You get a truck wash every 15 days. That was really important to me because I like to keep my truck clean. And so the safety guy, he took me to someone else's office and told me to ask her because she would have the information. I asked her and she said every 15 days. So I thought that was really vital. So that was cool. So you get a truck wash pretty much every 2 weeks. And winter's coming up, so that's going to be pretty important, keeping the truck clean, the salt and the slush and stuff, and keeping the truck looking good. And plus, that helps so all the buildup doesn't cause corrosion and part failure, and equipment failure on your truck, especially, with your flatbed equipment and things like that. So that's pretty important too. I saw one of their flatbed trailers, just really nice. They actually had a bulkhead on the front of it, which sometimes in some flatbed loads you can't have that. Some you have to have it. It just depends on what the load is, and I saw the dispatchers and all that good stuff, and I was actually sitting with one of the dispatchers. He was also doing hazmat training, so they're pretty intensive here on the safety and the hazmat, and just the getting the hazmat right, and covering all your bases and dotting all the I's and crossing all your T's. So that was really good. Very low on funds, but I'm so glad they bought me lunch. That's what places usually do. They just, some places order a bunch of pizza, and this place actually took me out to a pretty nice restaurant, and I had a great meal. So far, day 1. Boom. I like it. Trucks look great. All their trucks are just they got options too. Their trucks are just optioned out. They're really, really nice. So I will fill you in again tomorrow evening as I go through my second day of orientation. And plus their pop machine. Pops only cost $0.25. Who would have figured, right? So there's that. But anyways, so far so good. Everything's going good here. I pray to God that I'm making the right decisions, and just asking for Him to inspire me and to guide me in those decisions. That way I don't go down the slippery slope. And another thing I found out, these guys are also pretty intense Christians. Safety guy, he talks about doing mission trips and things like that, and they did the blessing before the lunch, and that was pretty cool. There was four of us at lunch, me and three other guys, and one dude said grace, and that was awesome. And they talked about church and their pastors, and I was like, okay, this is pretty a square company, man. It's got some God fearing people here, and and I'm really digging it, and I can talk openly, which I'm going to talk openly about Christ anyways. But it's good to be able to come into a system and a company and be able to talk to somebody of like spirit, about Christ, and maybe someone who even knows more than you, that you can learn something. Which the dude actually taught me something, the safety guy, and it kind of blew my mind. So I thought that was great. So, anyways, that's been my day, and I hope you can take some away from it. If you're interested in Baggett Transportation, hey man, just Baggett. Give them a call. Probably when I'm done with orientation, I'm going to start posting the information on here in my description in case you're interested. You have to have OTR, 2 years OTR experience. They have Hazmat here, and you get your tanker and Hazmat endorsements. You make more money here. So there's that. So we have the Western Stars, they have Volvos here, things like that. And with that, hey, you have just spent a little over 11 and a half minutes in Randy's road life. And I hope we get good information. That way we can make great informed decisions that bring about a positive outcome. With that, peace.